All right. I want to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to the Akims that's pushing the truth and sincerity. And Lord willing, this video will be edifying, all right, first to the whole elect and those that cleave into the body. And I won't go into a video tonight just based upon vain jangling, all right, how to decipher it, okay, how to recognize it, and then know how to stifle it, man, okay, and nip it in the bud. All right, as men of the law, we're taught to teach the doctrine of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, rightly divine the word of truth, man, okay, not going amiss or making sure that we have studied, all right, the righteous studied to answer, man. All right, and the righteous are the men of the Lord that preach and teach his word daily in the agora, okay, in the chief place of concourse, all right, or wherever that teaching may reside at, man, okay, because not only just going into camp and what sparked this video, I've been had it set up, but camp just edified it even more, all right, heightened the thought of basically doing this video even more because of the people that came up, man, okay, and the mass majority of the people that came up, they in this mainly from week to week. All right, unless they come at with their ears bowed down and and attaining their ears to wisdom and knowledge. But majority of people come up, they vain janglers, man. All right, and I'm gonna go through that word in the etymology, and Lord willing, it be edifying. All right, so I'm gonna start with 1 Timothy 1:5. It says, "Now the end of the commandment is charity out of a pure heart." Okay, and love out of pure heart is not speaking of kisses and giving somebody money when they broke or something, or being there giving them $5, man. All right, charity, a love is the fulfilling of the law. All right, the scriptures tell you to owe no man nothing but to love him, meaning to what? To teach him to keep the law. All right, because we know that the law is good if it be used lawfully, man. You see, it says, so that's charity out of a pure heart and of a good conscience, having your what? Sprinkle your conscience sprinkle with what? With going to the Hebrews, I think it's 10:22. Okay, don't quote me on that, man. Have your mind sprinkled with a clear conscience, a good conscience, and of a faith unfeigned. Okay, an unwavering faith, man. Okay, it says from which some having swerved have turned aside unto vain jangling, man. All right, so now let's get this word vain jangling. And hey, this is gonna be the meat of the video right here, man. All right, this is
Strong's G 3150. Mattia Lagia.
It says vain talking, empty talking. All right, what goes into vain is emptiness, right? And a brother the priest Almawad in our camp down here always like to use. All right, vain meaning empty. He goes into it a lot. I mean, which we all do. But I've noticed several times where that, the priest Almawad do that, man. That's down here in the GMS Louisiana Saints camp. All right. And I'm going to get the strong definition for it. Okay. Then I'm going to grab the root word. But it says random talk, i.e. to babble, vain jangling. All right. So, and we know, man, a lot of people come up. Yeah, they speak lies and hypocrisy, man. They conscience be sealed with a hot iron, right? So in the latter times, we not supposed to give heed to seducing spirits. And they're basically doctrines of devils. You see? All right. But to be sanctified in the word of the Lord, man. Okay. But let me get this root word. Okay. Let me go into this root word.
Strong's G 3151. Mattia Lagos.
It says an idle talker. And what it says in Matthew, all right, that every idle word shall stand before every man. Okay. Matter of fact, it says one who utters empty, senseless things. Now, how many men, all right, how many brothers, all right, that's teaching around the four corners of the earth have encountered men that utter empty and senseless things? I guarantee you that percentage, that percentage goes over the 80 to 85% mark, maybe even 90. I might be underscoring that 90% of people that come up to the men of the Lord of the senseless things, because the house or the sanctuary of the Lord is small. So it's only a few men that's really coming to get this doctrine and this knowledge, all right? And that's is being enjoined into the house of the Lord because his tabernacle is small. You see? It says an idle talker, one who utters empty, senseless things, man. It says, i.e., the strong definition, an idle, senseless, or mischievous talker, a wrangler, man. You see? And what we like to use down here are the brothers in the camp, man, is bugness, man, which is a combination that, it's just something, we created down here is bugged out, uh, 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 that's combined with madness. Except we just dropped the mad on the madness and added the ness and dropped the out on bug and just called it bugness, man. All right. Like I say, one who utters senseless, empty, and senseless things, man. Okay. And it says an idle talker. But understanding this, that an idle talker, Salaki, I didn't have this, but I'll grab it. All right. There's Matthew 12 and 36. It says, but I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak. And who are these men that speaking it? Those that come and oppose themselves against the Most High, man. All right. At the camps, not understanding that, they that despise you despise the Lord. They don't see that because they see us as, just ordinary, basically whatever they see us as in their eyes, man. And they categorize us as such. It says that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in a day of judgment. Hey, if they knew that, the words that they were speaking is going to be hung over their head, basically for life or death, and that's going to be life. All right. Because Deuteronomy, let me get it. Deuteronomy, I believe it's 3rd and like 15 or 19 covers this, right? Yeah. Right. It says, but the word is Deuteronomy 3rd and 14, but the word is very nigh unto thee in thy mouth and in thy heart, that thou mayest do it. See, I have set before thee this day life and good and death and evil. Okay, but I'm gonna jump to 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you. And what? We're on earth, okay, doing the work of the Lord. The we represents the men of the Lord, okay? And heaven, basically that the angels, okay, take down everything from heaven. I mean, from the earth, and what brings it up to the Lord, okay? And I'm gonna prove that on earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Therefore, choose life that thou and thy seed may live. Okay, I'm gonna get that curse not the king. So like it for me not knowing it off the dump, but this Ecclesiastes 10 and 20. It says, curse not the king, no, not in thy thought, and curse not the rich in thy bedchamber. All right. The king represents Yahweh Shah, man. All right. And curse not the rich in thy bedchamber. The rich represents us, man. It says the father set in great dignity, and the rich sitting in low place. The rich represents the children of Israel, starting with the what? The 144,000, which are the prophets of the Lord. It says, for a bird of the air shall carry the voice, and that which had wings shall tell the matter. And what things that tell the matter are goes from heaven and earth, bringing the word of the Lord back and forth is his eyes, his angels, man, his witnesses. Okay. All right. Now let me get back on strip with the video, man. Okay. So like I said, they don't consider the things that they say, man, that it shall give account to them in a day of judgment. All right. So this Isaiah 50 and 4. Salak, I'm kind of under the weather. Been dealing with just bodily ailments, man, from the Lord. But Lord willing, He get me through this video. All right, it says, the Lord God, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, had given me the tongue of the learned. Okay, all right, to what? Not to make sure you don't you don't vain jangle. All right, or have empty talk. All right, or you don't take heed to it, because it tell you in what I think that's first, like around First Timothy 4 and maybe about 6 and 7. I read it. It says, if thou put the brethren in remembrance of these things, thou shalt be a good minister of the Mashak Yahushua, nourished up in the words of faith and of good doctrine. All right. So the tongue of the learned have a good doctrine. Okay. They have what? The good news. All right. The right word, rightly dividing it, whereunto thou hast attained. With the elect or the prophets of the Lord have attained. They have attained the word of the Lord, and they have an unction to know all things. So yeah, they have the whole truth. People like, well, y'all don't know everything. We know the truth about everything we're speaking. Okay? Nobody knows everything but Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. But the things that was given for us to have, we have, going to Deuteronomy, man. He said the secrets belong unto the Lord, but that which was given to you and your children, the Lord have revealed them unto us, man. You see? But it tell you, and the reason why you got to have the tongue of the learned in Isaiah 50:4, that I should know how to speak a word in season to him that is weary, man. All right? Because the people that's coming up to these camps, they're not weary. They have submitted themselves to their own righteousness, man. They believe they have the way. They know the way. All right. That's why the Lord say, I come not to those that need no physician or that's whole. I come to those that are what? Sick. All right. Isaiah 61 say, I come to teach and preach the what? The good tidings, man. Okay. Salaki. Got a fucking migraine, man. Salaki is real. But and my nose kind of somewhat running. But it says, he waketh morning by morning. He wakeneth my ear to hear as the learn. Because when you as the learn, we hear things that's what? That's pleasing to our mind, our mindset, man. All right. We hear what? Righteous things. We hear the law. We hear the precepts. Okay. And what? We know how to what? Chew the meat and spit the bones, man. All right. And I'm gonna grab that precept next. But it tell you in 1 Timothy 4:7, refuse profane and old wise fables and exercise themselves rather unto godliness. All right. So the tongue of the learned, I mean, when the Lord give you the tongue of the learned, He give you wisdom to speak, and the wisdom that He speak, we speak the wisdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You see, and we know how to speak it in season, man. All right. Okay. Because it tell you, a word spoke out of season. Let me see. Gotta see where it's at real quick. And that's what vain jangling is. Because Proverbs 15:23 said, a man had joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word spoken in due season, how good is it? Okay. Let me see. Spoken out of season. Salaki. I don't know where. I ain't go to it in a minute. Salaki, man. Salaki, yeah. I didn't go to it in a second. All right, but this 5, around 40 and 5. Okay. Isaiah 40 and 5. To continue on. It says, the Lord had opened my ear, and I was not rebellious, neither turned away back. You see? Neither turned away back. So when he heard the word of the Lord, he didn't turn away. But a lot of these vain janglers, these empty talkers, okay, mischievous madness, they come up and they turn back from hearing the word of the Lord. Okay? And that's what give the men of the Lord the right, all right, to speak in authority, man. Because we have the word of the Lord and we boldly proclaiming it in the ears of these people. But are they taking heed? No. All right. So let's go to that. That's Job 12 and 11. It says, do not the ear try words and the mouth taste his meat? Yes, man. Okay. Because it's a lock, Israel. I'm under the weather. It's ridiculous, man. It says, do not the ear try words and the mouth taste his meat. That's right, man. Okay. So don't we hear the words that we hear? We taste that meat to see if it's unsavory or see if it's savory. All right. So do the people that hear it. Okay. So do the people that hear it. Matter of fact, you see. Yeah, that's First Timothy. I'll get that. I'm gonna get it. That's First Timothy 4 and 3. It says, forbidden to marry and commanded to abstain from meats, which Yahweh had created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth. All right. So certain meats are from those that what? That believe and know the truths. People take that literal as if, oh man, we could eat all meats. It don't mean that, man. Okay. Now that you gotta know which meats to choose from, man. All right, which to bite off and which to what spit out. All right, which is what that which is lawful and unlawful. Okay, that which is vital to your growth in the truth, and that which hinders your growth in the truth. All right, because there's a lot of wise fables out here, man. Okay, that we ought to be aware of, man. The teachers of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah. Okay, but this it's like it is 1 Corinthians 14 and 7. And it reads, and even things without life giving sound, whether pipe or harp, except they give a distinction in the sounds, how shall it be known what is pipe or harp? All right, so now we going into the word, all right, basically listening to the word and what your ears are trying. All right. To lock it. The words that you're trying. Okay. So when we hear something distinctive, the men of the Lord, okay, or something that's indistinct, okay, we know how to decipher between the two because the Lord have given us the wisdom to discern, okay, what's right and what's wrong, having our senses exercise of what? Good and evil. Okay. So how shall it be known what is pipe the harp? The reason why these people don't know because going to I think it's Romans 11 and 17, it said the election had obtained, but the rest were blinded. You see? So they can't receive this word with thanksgiving because what? The Lord have what? Snatched it from them, man. All right? That they can't what? Get it. The elect gonna always get it because what the scripture I believe, I ain't go to it in a minute, but it say we have piped to them, but they have not danced, man. You see, because they don't know this song, but only the elect knew this song. It says, for if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle? And we blowing the trumpet to this people. The trumpet is the upcoming calamities. All right, World War III, the mark of the beast. Okay, the New World Order, all right? All the plans of Satan. Okay, we're not ignorant to his devices, man. Okay, and we're what? We're making known what is the plan through the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah. But do these people, most people preparing themselves to the battle? No, they giving themselves over to marriage. Okay, marriage, eating and drinking, man. All right, as you can see, even when we at camp, week in and week out, they got a second line. Somebody getting married every day. Music playing. Bourbon Street, man. One of the wickedest streets in America, if not the wickedest, man. And these people not taking heed to the trumpet, man. You know? And the trumpet we blowing is not giving a uncertain sound. It's giving a distinctive sound. Okay? Meaning back the coming of the Lord, man. Okay, we're blowing that horn for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. You see? But those with the with their senses exercise gonna understand it, because the Lord gonna put that spirit of quickening their spirit to get the understanding that, look, the time is nigh, that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. From the time when Yahweh Shah left was the beginning of the end, man. All right, and now we're at the end of the end. It says, so likewise, ye except ye utter by the tongue words to be easy to be understood, how shall it be known what is spoken? For ye shall speak it into the air. So, and we don't speak into the air, man. All right, we speak into the ears of those that are able to obtain this weighty word, man. Okay, but the Father gonna give you the spirit to obtain it if it's meant for you, man. It says there are, but a vain jangler, he speak words into the air though. Okay, which the video, the premise of the video is about vain jangling. That's why we ought to avoid vain janglers, man. Okay, because a lot of people swerve aside and they walk away as if they gained something. Like I just told them niggas, what train to get off on, man. They walk away as they gained a spiritual advantage or a carnal advantage or something, man. But they just don't know they walk themselves into condemnation, man. And that, it says, there are, it may be so many kinds of voices in the world, and none of them is without signification, because every voice has some type of sign to it. All right. When you goes into a signification, as a sign, as a signal, is a catching of something. Okay. Okay. So, matter of fact, go into that word signification real quick. Let me see. Real quick. It says, no word is without signification. No word is voiceless, meaning what has been heard or dumb, without faculty of speech of idols. All right, so let me see something. Beginning of the end. Know to signify something. A sound or tone in inanimate things as musical, a voice, a sound of uttered words, speech, or language, or tongue. Right. So it says there are, it may be so many kinds of voices in the world. None of them is without signification. So the words that they use and the words that we use, it signifies something. We signifying spiritual words, they signifying carnality. All right. And that's where they're gonna perish thereof. All right. Because to be carnal minded is death, man. But to be spiritual minded is life and immortality. You see? All right. This Job Salagi. Once again, I'm under the weather. Bear with me, Israel. This Job 6 and 24. It says, teach me and I will hold my tongue, because how did the men of the law learn? By teachers, man. Okay. We saw our teachers. We heard this word and we was what? We was converted, man. You see, the word converts you. It says, and cause me to understand wherein I have erred. That's like this guy at camp today. We trying to show him where he and off at. But guess what? He's not taking heed to it, man. All right? Because he have been what? He has been given over to seducing spirits, man. All right? And he don't know how to debunk it. Or he don't realize that these spirits have been put on him, man, for judgment, man. Or he don't know how to recognize the truth. You see? But it says, how forcible are right words. All right? Hey, right words are not forcible. They're straightforward. They're narrow. You see? It says, but what doeth your augur and reprove? Because the vain empty talkers, they want to argue. But it says and I paraphrase it, you be as the fool, you answer fool, you be as one, and I paraphrase that. It says, do ye imagine to reprove words and the speeches of one that is desperate, which are as the wind? And a lot of vain talkers' words are as the wind. All right. So how we going to imagine to reprove words? All right. Their speech is the one that is desperate. All right. One that is desperate, they'll speak anything. All right. They'll speak out of season. They'll speak tales, anything to prove their point, man. All right, that's what make them vain janglers, man. They empty talkers. They desperate. All right. So this Proverbs 10 and 32, and it reads, "The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable." We know what is acceptable in the sight of the Lord, what is a righteous sacrifice. All right, righteous words, because what we prepare ourselves, man. Okay. All right. It says, "But the mouth of the wicked speaketh forwardness." And hey, they're glorifying their forwardness, man. All right, to believe themselves, and they'll love to have it so. All right, meaning what? Nobody could tell them different, man. Okay, they're hot. Their minds are seared with hot iron. All right. Blocking. This is Sirach. Man, I don't know this. This just came out of nowhere. Yeah. 32 and 7. It reads, "Speak, young man, if there be need of thee, and yet scarcely when thou art asked twice." So you supposed to hold thy foot when you come to the house of the Lord. But hey, a vain jangler gonna be doing what he do, man. Jangling, vain jangling. Going to town, man. Talking himself deep and deep into a pit. It says, "Let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words." And if you notice with empty vain talkers, they talk it a lot, extremely a lot. And they not gonna pull scriptures. All right. They gonna be going off their own they're not gonna be proving anything. They're not gonna be backing themselves up with nothing. They going off to submit their own righteousness. It says, "Be as one that know it and yet hold it his tongue." Because all the time, man, the brothers, be in the background are like, "Hey, let him talk." He gonna put his foot in his mouth. The more you talk, the more you put your foot in your mouth, man. Okay? But they don't recognize they be in this number 9. "If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them." Because they be wanting to, express their knowledge that they have retained, not knowing that, hey, this is not the knowledge of the Most High, man. So everything under the world, the knowledge of the Most High is undisputed. Everything else you come with in the world, man, is going to get debunked. It's going to get devoured, beat up badly, man. Okay? If the words of the world versus the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua was to ever contend against each other, it'd be a flawless battle. It wouldn't even scratch the surface of even punching the Lord word not one time, man. Hey, when they show the skull box or the skull card, it's gonna show however many licks the word of the Lord threw, to however many licks that the word of the world threw, and guess what? It's gonna be 100 infinite million to 0, meaning they ain't touch it at all, man. All right, it ain't even come close to touching it. Okay, this Sirach, like I said, I don't want to be a babbler, man. I just want to get to the point. But I had a few scriptures for this video, and a lot came unknowingly. So, hey, let the spirit move. But this Sirach 20 and 5 through 8, because when you be long-winded, our people got to think about it, man. Our people are long-winded, but they short with hearing. All right? They long-winded with talking, but they real short with hearing. All right? That's a fucking curse, man. This Sirach 20 and 5. It says, "There is one that keepeth silence and is found wise." And our people got a short attention span. All right? So they not going to keep silent long. Like you say, they'll come up and say, "Well, I don't want to argue with you about the Bible," but their whole agenda is an argument. All right? And they had not realized it, man. All right? I could put this guy in particular I'm talking about on a video, but it's no need, because brothers know through the spirit what it is I'm talking about. Or they have encountered this at camp, man. Okay? It says, "There is one that keepeth silence and is found wise, and another by much babbling become hateful," man. All right? When you vain talking, it said a vain babbler. All right? You bring that hate up on your own head, man. Okay? You bring that shame up on your own body, man. All right? It says, Some man holded his tongue because he had not to answer. Say when a man don't a fool, a man that holded his tongue is better than a fool. It says, and some keep his silence, knowing his time. All right, knowing when to chop in to either add to it or speak his piece or whatever. Cause like you said, we can have a decorum. All right, even though if you disagree, we're willing to have a decorum between us talking about the word of the Lord and what you disagree with, and we'll bring out facts. And in the end game, we'll see what stands, man. You see, it says a wise man, well, this 7 will hold his tongue till he see opportunity, but a babbling a fool will regard no time. He gonna just keep on popping off, man. That's how the guy at camp was, just popping the fuck off, man. All right. Even though he wasn't bringing scriptures out, I mean, he was quoting scriptures. So we get that. When we quote scriptures up, we go get them, and prove to people, man. Sometimes we quote scriptures, but isn't in the right season. You see? He quoting scriptures and then saying you can't debate. Well, show us a scripture that says that. He's debating, saying you can't debate. All right? This 8. He that useth many words shall be abhorred. And he that taketh to himself authority therein shall be hated. Yeah, you get authority as if your knowledge is the ultimate knowledge, man. All right? You crown yourself with the achievement of, I got the knowledge. These guys out here, speaking knowledge, but I got the knowledge of knowledge, man, because I went to jail and learned the Islam knowledge or the law of attraction, man. I read the 40 books of power. Come on, Jake. All right. It says in Ecclesiastes 12:12, on my son be admonished that are making of many books where there is no end, and it's weariness to the flesh, man. All right. Jake self-taught, self-proclaimed, vain janglers, man. It's just a shame. All right. This Wisdom of Solomon 8:12, and it reads, when I hold my tongue, then shall bide my leisure. Right? And when you buy your leisure, when you go into leisure, a man is known in his leisure time. When he study, how he get down or whatever it is. So when he hold his tongue, it shall bide his leisure, show his leisure. Right? What he learned, what he did. It says, and when I speak, they shall give good ear unto me. Because what? In his leisure time, he made best of that. He studied. All right. He built himself up. He worked right. He perfected his craft, man. It says, if I talk much, they shall lay their hands upon their mouth, man. Like, what is this vain babbler doing, man? He's babbling, man. Okay? You see? But this, Salakin, this 2 Timothy 2, and I'll get out of here, man. It says, but shun profane and vain babblers, for they will increase it to more ungodliness, man. You see? So you got to shun that, man. Because, for those concerning the truth, I'm going to keep reading down. And their word will eat it as doeth a canker, man. Of whom is Hymenaeus and Philetus. Let me see something. Shit. 2 Timothy 2:17. Okay. So Hymenaeus is a heretic, one of the opponents of the Apostle Paul. Become what? They become an adversary, man, one who's adverse to the word of the Most High. You see? An opponent of Christianity, which we are the Christians, first called Christians, right in Antioch. So, followers of Christ. Let's see what Philetus is. A heretic and a disciple of Hymenaeus, man. All right. An opposer of Christianity as well. All right, so it says, who concerning the truth have erred. See, it air you off, man. All right. When you shun uh, 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 empty talker, idle talkers, man. These are people who have erred concerning the truth, man, saying that the resurrection is past and overthrow the fate of some. Man, they got men who come out there and say ain't gonna be no the mark of the beast is Sunday, man. You see, they have erred concerning the truth, and you listen to this guy. And I'm telling you, man, ain't gonna be no end of America, man, and the beginning of Jacob. All right, the inner Esau, beginning of Jacob, man. You know, he'll tell you that you're gonna be in this world forever. And if he know a couple of scriptures, you might as well belt with him, man. Preaching and teaching another Yahweh shot, man. All right, so this is what the direction of a vain jangler could put you in, man. But the men of the Lord know how to detect it, all right, and what debunk it, man. All right, because they are based, they're scriptural based, man, and believe in the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and they believe in all the scriptures, not some of it. All right. It says, nevertheless, the foundation of Yahweh standeth sure, having this seal, the Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, knoweth them that are his, man. Okay? Which are the men of the Lord. And let everyone that nameth the name of the Mashiach Yahweh Shai depart from iniquity. Okay? Let me get this one. This Psalms 19 and 14. It says, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, my strength and my redeemer. But the point is, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, man. Vain janglers, they don't meditate in their heart. All right? Okay? So of course they're not going to control their mouth, because from out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. You see? They don't care if they slip at the mouth. They'll tell you on camera that they didn't say that, and it's clear they say it on camera, man. Okay? Now get this one and get out of here. All right, it's 1 Timothy 6 and 20. It says, O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust in. What is that that's committed to our trust? Are the words in the scriptures, man. All right, that's Paul telling Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, man. The things that thou hast learned and been assured of. Avoid profane and vain babblings and oppositions of signs falsely so called, man. All right, science goes into what? The knowledge. All right, they going into knowledge that's false, man. Buddhism, Islam, what else? Come on, man. Christianity, man. All right, made up doctrines, man. The doctrines of men. It says, which some professing have erred concerning the faith, man. Grace be with thee, man. Amen. Let it be so, or let it be, man. You see? So many have erred concerning the faith, because they have taken hold to oppositions of science falsely so called, man. We have taken hold on the doctrine of righteousness, man, and immortality, you know. But with that, man, I hope it was edifying, man. Until the next time, I want to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash, the honors to the elders and apostles of Green Millstone, and salutations to the icons that's pushing in truth and sincerity. So the two icons push on, man. Until the next time, I want to say shalom.